the February meeting of the Johnston County Planning Board. We appreciate you being here this evening. As is our custom, we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll ask Mr. Sasser to lead us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, second item on our agenda is approval of the minutes from the January 23rd Planning Board meeting.
Make a motion to approve as read.
Second.
I have a motion to approve by Mr. Hudson, a second by Ms. Holmes. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, third on our agenda is the election of officers. We need to elect a chair and a vice chair. I'll entertain any motions when you're ready. We'll start with the chair.
I'll make a motion to keep Will
Second.
as the chair.
All right, thank
Do
you.
you want to do it?
Yeah.
You don't have a choice now. We've already made
Yeah,
the motion and seconded.
it's been second. What can I do? Motion to nominate Mr. Letchworth as chair by Ms. Holmes and a second by Mr. Hudson. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Opposed? All right. Can I vote opposed? All right. Thank y'all. It's been an honor to serve as chair, and it will be an honor to continue to do so. I'll entertain a motion for vice chair.
Since she's not here, I'd like to nominate Michelle Pace Davis as vice chair. Make a motion.
All right.
Second.
All right. I heard a motion to nominate Ms. Pace Davis as vice chair and by Mr. Hudson, a second by Mr. Little. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? She's not here to vote opposed, so we'll count that as a unanimous vote. All right, third on our agenda, and I will note, we do not have any subdivisions this evening. The first time in as long as I can remember, we hadn't had any subdivisions, so we'll go straight to rezonings. We'll start with case 23-25, Mr. Marr.
So if you remember, this was brought before you in December of 2023. It was tabled at that meeting to allow the applicant to submit a proper site plan. It's petition to rezone 2.99 acres of a 18.3 acre tract located at 8428 NC Highway 50 North in Elevation Township from agriculture residential to general business conditional zoning. Owner is Katie Prue. The applicant was listed as Blake Hess. And the conditional zoning request is mulch and landscaping sales and equipment and commercial vehicle parking. Served by 5210 Fire and Rescue. Existing land use is zoned agriculture and residential and used for those purposes. Surrounding land uses are zoned agriculture, residential, and used for those purposes. Zoned agricultural, conditional zoning and used for youth athletic field, and zoned general business and used for auto sales. There is also a church that is on the AR near this city. Traffic count for this portion of NC Highway 50 is 5,500 vehicles per day. That was in 2021. It appears on the comprehensive transportation plan as an existing major thoroughfare with adequate design capacity. It's located within a low-density residential future land use place type on the county's envisioned Johnston comprehensive land use plan. There were 10 notices sent out. This property did come in as a zoning complaint to our office in early 2023 for a violation of operating a commercial business in an agriculture residential zoning district.
All right, any questions of staff? Thank you, sir. Who'd like to be heard on behalf of case 23-25? Yes, sir. Give us your name and address, please.
Name Jason Godwin, Inc. Engineers, 1403 NC Highway 50, South Benson. Here to answer any questions that may be with the site plan that we currently submitted.
All right, have you read and reviewed the conditions in the staff report?
Is there currently a business being operated on the property?
Not that I'm aware of, the property currently that we're subdividing, that we're using, no. So the NCDOT driveway permit has been submitted.
Has it been secured or just submitted?
It has been submitted.
Wait and review it from NCDEQ, did I hear?
DOT.
For NCDOT, okay.
The request talks about sales and equipment. Are you talking about selling equipment?
Selling mulch. Currently the owner, he does landscaping, and you were welcome to come up, Brian.
Hey guys, my name is Brian. So
Yeah, give us your name and address, please, for a minute.
My name is Brian Pruitt. My wife and I own the land and business. We currently have a couple of dump trucks. I do clearing and grading. I have a tub grinder, which is what you use to make mulch. I make mulch, I give it to other locations for them to sell it for free. Somebody anonymously complained about me parking my equipment on my property, and so now I'm in the process of trying to go through this, just so I can still park my stuff at my house and make a little bit of money in the process to help pay for the taxes. It's not a big commercialized mulch yard I'm looking to do, just enough to make a couple extra dollars and mostly just be able to keep my stuff on my property.
Okay.
The field next to me is a church. I've talked to the board members, they're perfectly okay with it. Across the street is a ball field, and I have no other neighbors around me other than a neighborhood on the other side of the property, and nobody over there has any complaints against to do that.
Okay. Do you make the mulch on site?
No, sir.
Okay.
I go to other locations and make mulch.
Okay. So here is essentially truck
Yes,
parking?
yes.
Okay. Have you reviewed the conditions that are in the staff report?
I was not aware of any.
Okay, I need to make sure you review
I
the,
did just read them just now, yes.
okay. Do you concur with all those? Anything you want changed?
I wasn't, no problem with any of that.
Okay.
The driveway is a current, already concrete driveway that was, a culvert driveway that was already there before I purchased the property. I believe it's an 18-inch RCP.
Okay.
And it's big enough, I pull my commercial trucks in and out of there, no problem, so.
Okay.
I have
It
a,
is not parking for other people, it's just for my own stuff. I've got a couple of trucks, a couple of skid steers, tub grinders, traco, dozer, that kind of stuff.
I didn't, it said mulch and landscape sales and equipment. I didn't know if you were going to be selling
No, sir, I'm not
equipment out of this yard.
That should be, that should actually be rephrased to commercial equipment and,
Commercial vehicle parking.
parking and equipment for that.
Gotcha.
it looks like you currently, and it may be why there was not a violation, but a lot of equipment on the property that is not going to be on this. Is this equipment going to be pulled onto this property we're about to rezone?
Most of that stuff is already gone. It was my father's. He's a bit of a hoarder. It's been a nightmare getting him to remove his stuff, but most of that stuff is already been removed. The only stuff left is the stuff that I actually use on a day-to-day basis. which
For the
is
business.
server basis, yes,
And
sir.
that'll be moved onto this
Now they
property.
moved over to the other side, yes, sir.
See that.
Note in the conditions that it says limited to 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and 2 pieces of equipment to load. Is that sufficient? I was just kind of doing some math in my head of what you were saying you had. Does that match up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't have that much stuff.
Okay.
I didn't see these maps.
What about your hours from 8 to 5?
Sunlight only. Yes, sir.
I mean, in the summer, sunlight's later than 5, so, I mean, what we're trying to say is it's better to ask now and get it right
Yes, sir.
than it is, I mean, it's already been called in as a violation to be doing something out there, 5:30, somebody call in. If you need later, need earlier, it's better to ask for it now.
I don't plan on needing anything more than what
Okay.
you're requesting for. I don't want to work any later than 5 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good. Just trying to look out for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Other questions of the gentleman? Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Anyone else like to be heard as it relates to case 23-25? All right, bring it back to staff.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you live next door?
I live in,
The house to the left?
yes, ma'am, I live in the
I
house.
thought, okay.
Okay, staff recommendation was denial based on the inconsistency with the comprehensive plan and the continued violation of the property. This was the equipment was, what was called in, that you saw at the other side. That he's referring to being, he's going to move to the part that's being rezoned conditionally.
I have one other question for the applicant.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the conditions, condition number 12 says mulch must be delivered from off-site and cannot be produced on-site. Is there ever a situation where you may want to produce mulch on-site?
That would require people bringing it into my location and dumping it, and I don't want to have to deal with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to land.
Just to go with what Mr. Letchworth was saying, I want to make sure that you've got all of these conditions the way you need them before we do what we need to do here. Okay.
Any other questions of staff?
Where the violation obviously was for the amount of stuff. Has
It was
that
for
been,
commercial vehicles. It wasn't.
has that been taken care of, do we know?
As I did not go to the site to.
I didn't get a chance to either.
But our zoning enforcement officer says that there's not as much.
Okay.
There is still a violation at this time, or at the time we put up the sign. That was back in December.
Yeah, I'm still parked at my stuff there because I don't know what else to do with it. So I was waiting until after this meeting.
So, to further his question, a violation right now would be even 2 trucks, 2 trailers, and 2 pieces of equipment.
That is the violation, yeah. You're limited to one commercial vehicle, and it has to meet setback, which he's got plenty of room that he can meet setback with one vehicle, but it is limited to one commercial vehicle on the property.
Right.
As it is right now.
So, first of all, thank you for coming and presenting your part. And to me, you're trying to do the right thing. And I think I appreciate that, and I hope everybody else does. And I'll make a motion for approval.
Second.
All right, motion for approval by Mr. Little, second by Mr. Hudson. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, that'll go forward to the Board of County Commissioners as a recommendation for approval at their April 1st meeting. So make sure you're back on April 1st for.
April Fools.
Thank you. All right, next item on our agenda is, if I can get back up there, case 2404.
You need to introduce it.
Yes, sir, if you don't mind.
This is a special use request, petition to rezone, or to request a special use permit for 1.2 acres located at 3715 Jackson King Road in the Pleasant Grove Township. Owner is 5210 Community Fire Department, applicant is Selco, and they're represented by Thomas Johnston, attorney. Its special use request is for a cellular tower with related equipment. It is zoned AR. Traffic count on Jackson King Road is 2,200 vehicles per day, and that was in 2022. It's in a low-density residential place type on the envisioned Johnston plan, and a sign has been posted. And it has been reviewed by Cityscape, which is our consultant.
Good. Any questions of staff? All right,
I have one question.
yes, ma'am.
We're talking about, when you look at the map, it's a small piece right up on the road, right up on Jackson.
Yes, fire department.
Okay, never mind.
That's the fire department. We're talking about the big yellow piece, or
No,
no?
that's-
We're just talking about the small piece, right?
I got all that.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, just recall, just keep in mind that your role here is just to provide a forum
Right.
for the public to make comment, ask questions.
Okay.
Who'd like to be heard on behalf of case 2404?
Tom Johnston with the law firm of Williams Mullen, here on behalf of TowerCo, actually, as the applicant, not Celta. I'm with the law firm of Williams Mullen at 301 Fayetteville Street, Suite 1700 in Raleigh. This is basically a site for a 195-foot monopole tower on the fire department property. And we'll be there for AT&T and for FirstNet, which is the national system to provide service for first responders, which actually provides service to Johnston County right now, and I believe Clayton as well. So that's what this site is for. There is essentially no effective service out there right now. Felt like it would be a good opportunity to put it on the fire department property, although not technically county-owned property, which is given preferences within the ordinance. It is as closely related to that as it can be, and will support the community. I'm available to answer any questions you may have. I know we're asking for some adjustments that are noted in the staff report. So the shorter tower, the ordinance allows us to request that it be designed for 4 carriers instead of 6, which is the standard requirement. But when you do a 195-foot tower there, you can make that request for a smaller amount. The other thing we're doing is we're doing on a smaller piece of property, so we're needing a setback waiver, but we've got a certification from an engineer that the tower, if it will fail, will stay on the property despite the reduced setback. And the only other thing is just to address concealment, which obviously we're going to do the landscaping that's required under the ordinance. And we're doing a single pole galvanized steel pole. Not have to be lighted because it is short enough that it doesn't have to be lighted. But again, those are the determinations that the commissioners will make and the 3 main issues that staff has raised. But aside from that, otherwise, Cityscape's report said we met the requirements of the ordinance. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. I don't know if we have anybody else to speak. I do have David Hockey with TowerCo. He's here with me tonight. Tim Sutton with AT&T is here as well as representatives of the fire department. And I'm not sure that we have anybody else. If you got any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Any questions of the gentleman?
I just got a comment. AT&T, as far as FirstNet goes, I mean, that is a great program. I know several fire departments, have been able to use that program, and we appreciate that opportunity because it's very economically feasible for the fire departments, and you got good service. So, thank you for that.
Well, thank you for that. Tim appreciates that as well.
Yeah.
Appreciates that comment.
I'll ask if there's any members of the public here, but I think doesn't look like there are. So, but anyone else have any?
Got one.
Yeah, there we go. Yes, sir. If you don't mind, give us your name and address. Thank you.
Name's Tony Blaylock. I live at 3545 Jackson King Road. And full disclosure, I'm the president of the Fire Department Board of Directors. Live on the farm adjacent to there, about 600 feet from the site. There's a cell tower about 2 miles to the north of us on Rock Service Station Road. There's a cell tower about 2 miles to the west on NC 42 along Middle Creek, and there's another cell tower to the east about 2 miles away near the Dixon Road Elementary School. As development has occurred, the signal strength from all of those has declined. We have terrible service where we are. If someone calls me, I actually have to go outside to try to maintain the call, and it will drop. So this is at least a tower in this area is greatly needed, both for customer service and for EMS reliability. So anyway, glad to answer any questions, but I appreciate the time to make a comment.
Yes, sir. Thank
you.
Any questions of the gentleman? Very good. Anyone else like to be heard as it relates to case 2404? All right. Mr. Barr, do we need anything else from you or relative to this
We
one?
do have 3 written decisions that need your stamp of approval. We'll distribute those now from previous meetings.
We're finished with that, though.
So we're,
correct?
yeah, so we're finished with 2404. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Stuck together?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I had, I
this one?
think you passed a bundle
Oh,
of, but they got stuck together.
Need one more on that. I'm good.
Wait a minute.
Hey, one,
More
What do you
paper.
need?
Bag.
uh,
Okay, yeah.
I've got,
good?
what have you got?
Third one.
Anybody need the Eagles Landing Phase 5?
I've got Eagles
Gary was
Landing,
hoarding
I've
them
got
all up there.
Bagley Road, and I've got 2 Hatcher track.
Here's,
I've got Bagley,
here's
Hatcher,
an
and
Eagles Landing.
Right, everybody should have, yeah.
I got an extra one.
All right, everybody should have Bagley, Hatcher, and Eagles
Start
Landing.
Got it.
Here you go, here's an extra one.
Which one do you want to start with?
I ain't got that far. All right, we'll start with Bagley. I need a motion and a second to authorize me to sign this
Make a
written
motion to
decision.
approve.
Second.
Motion to approve Bagley track by Mr. Little, second by Mr. Crenshaw. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Hatcher tract. Mr. Little was, made the motion, Mr. Crenshaw second.
On Hatcher?
Hatcher tract, yes, ma'am.
Make a motion to approve the written decision.
Second.
Motion to approve by Ms. Holmes, second by Ms. Howard. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And third is Eagles Landing Phase 5.
Make a motion to approve the written decision.
Second?
Motion to approve by Mr. Hudson, second by Ms. Holmes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right.
That is all we have for you. Just make a note that next month our agenda will be quite lengthy, so just be prepared for that.
We'll be paying for tonight.
Absolutely.
Always is.
Michelle's home.
Thank y'all.
We kind of had a
How does he know already?
several